I hope you are doing well. Welcome to another video of Introduction to Networking module. My name is Sanjeev. Currently, I am working as a software engineer in Microsoft as well as the educator at Level. In this video, we would be discussing about what actually communication is, how communication happens, what are the required components of communication. Okay, so let's just start. So first thing is your communication. What actually communication is? So actually communication is just a process to convey your thoughts to someone else. There can be multiple ways to do that. For example, if you want to convey your thoughts to some of your friends. So ways to share your thoughts can be, one is verbal communication in which you can share your information just by speaking verbally, right? Another way can be that you don't want to speak, but you want to write that information, so you can text them or write them a letter. Anyways, you can write whatever information you want to communicate, right? So, in general, communication is a process of exchanging the verbal or non-verbal messages, right? And it is a continuous process. Now, when we are talking about the communication, that how you are conveying your messages to your friend. So in verbal communication, you can see there are a lot of things that are required. First is you should be able to speak. Then there should be a medium through which your voice can travel. Then your friend should be able to hear that message. Another thing is whatever language you are speaking or whatever language in which you are communicating your thoughts, your friend should also able to understand that particular language to understand your text. Another thing is when we are talking about the non-verbal communication in which you are writing some message for your friend. So there you can see that in whatever language you are writing, your friend should be able to understand that particular language, right? As well as you would need some medium, for example, any letter, any text, a mobile phone, or anything through which you would be able to text and communicate your information to your friend, right? So, here you can see there are a lot of things involved. So, firstly, let's just concentrate on communication. So, communication is just a process of exchanging the information, right? When we communicate, we are just sharing the information. This sharing of information can be local, that is between you and your friend who are just sitting together, or in a particular home or in some local area around you, X amount of distance. Then another can be remote, when you are not sitting together or your voice is not audible to each other, but still you can audio call or video call each other, right? And you are able to communicate. Okay. So humans have made this particular communication thing very advanced, where your distance and all the other factors doesn't matter anymore, and you are still able to communicate properly with whomsoever you want to communicate, right? Now, it is clear that what actually communication is. It is just the process of sharing your information or thought processes with anyone else. Okay. Now, let's just see what are the components involved in communication. What are the components that are required to make a communication happen? So here you can see these are the communication components. One is sender. So for example, if you are conveying some message, so you are the sender, right? Then there should be a medium through which message would be conveyed. Then there should be a proper message as well. And then at the end, there should be a receiver who is there to receive that particular message. Then you can see there are some rules which we are calling as protocol. So what are these rules and protocol is? So a set of rules is being called as protocol. Now, what is the role of this protocol here and why there are these many rules? So these are rules so that whatever sender is going to communicate, receiver is capable of understanding it. For example, if A person only speaks Hindi, then B should also understand Hindi to get the information from A, right? So your sender and receiver must be in the sync, should have some common way to understand the information, right? So that particular thing is made sure by these rules, or you can say by your protocol, that receiver is able to understand what sender is sending, as well as sender would be sending the message which receiver would be able to understand properly. Okay. Now moving forward, let's talk about them in detail. What actually are messages? So message can be anything, or you can say any information that is being communicated. It can be a text, a number, picture, audio, video, or any kind of message that you can think of, right? Now, who is sender? So, sender is just the device that is sending the data message. It can be a computer, human, workstation, telephone, handset, video camera, or anything, right? Now, who is the receiver? Receiver is the device or person who is receiving the message. Okay. It can be any device, computer, workstation, your telephone, handset, your television, or radio, or any other thing, right? Now, to communicate the message from sender to receiver, you need a transmission medium in between. What is this transmission medium? So, this transmission medium can be any physical path or some wireless path. That is basically in physical path. You can see there can be cables like twisted pair cable, your coaxial cable, fiber optic cable, or etc. or any other kind of physical medium, right? Then there comes the second medium, which is not the physical medium. There you are not using any kind of cable, but your transmission mode is air, or in which you are sending some kind of waves. So for example, your radio waves, your microwaves, right? So using the waves, when you transfer your information, that is basically the known physical medium. For example, when you press the button of your remote and channel changes on your television, or any other operation is happening using your remote on television, so you are not using a wire there. Okay. It is just because of the microwaves that are there functioning between your TV and the remote. Okay. Now the last thing is protocol. What is this protocol? So protocol is a set of rules that would govern the data communication if it is happening properly or not. So it is representing an agreement between your communication devices. Without a protocol, two devices may be connected but they are not communicating. For example, in your family, one person knows Hindi, only Hindi. Another person knows only English. So they are connected as they are the part of one family, but they are not able to communicate because they can't understand each other's language. Okay. So in this particular way, you can connect two devices, but to get them communicate with each other, there should be some set of rules and they should be on same page. Or you can say they should support some common set of rules. Okay. So without a protocol, two devices may be connected but not communicating. Okay. As the example given here also, that a person speaking French and can't be understood by a person who speaks only Japanese. So they are connected but not communicating. Cool. We would be understanding about all these topics in detail in the further videos too. So be with me and let's just meet in the next video and would learn something new. So till then, bye bye, take care.